This episode is sponsored by Baby Audio, maker of creative instruments and effects plugins. Whether it's retro lo-fi goodness with super VHS or silky top end with smooth operator, Baby Audio is all about adding flavor to a mix. So head on over to babyaud.io to learn more and take 15% off your order using the code HMD15. I'll leave a link in the description below.
You know what's great about audio and politics? It's two fields of careerism. That's not a word.
Kamala switching out for Joe was like
not.
It's like
we are starting here.
We're not doing
like,
that.
wait, hear me out.
Well, see, this is why I never let y'all start the pod.
It's like Telefunken switching out for Neumann.
That is facts. That's crazy.
Can we get this free promo off the table?
That was
That was good.
Dev.
It was.
Dev.
Am I cutting that?
No,
You should cut the drink coaster. You should cut the drink
All right,
coaster.
get that stuff off the table.
But I will say too. Nah, what's very crazy about audio and politics?
What?
It's the two career spaces.
I get so nervous with y'all.
Bro, it's me. It's the two career spaces.
That's why I'm worried.
It's the two career spaces where it's literally just a bunch of people just trying to fight for what sounds right in their head. You ever thought about that?
Double entendre.
Wait,
It's the two career spaces where people are just the main stars,
Yeah.
politics and engineers, artists, what have you,
Okay.
are just fighting for what sounds right in their head.
Nah, that's also
Ooh, third.
Alpha Male Podcast.
Oh,
that's another conversation. That is too
Welcome
deep
to
of
the
a
My
So I agree
Audio
with him.
Nerds
I agree with him.
Podcast, the podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below for a free copy. Your chance at a free copy of the HMD Rosetta EQ or compressor in gold, the special edition gold edition that a lot of people don't have and you can't buy anywhere.
You can't buy
By
it.
the way, also subscribe so you can get mad perks to videos. You get free money in the store. You get some merch. You get Courtney being the real Courtney.
The real Courtney is behind the paywall.
Seriously. And
Paid
you get
members
Devon's
only.
new offshoot podcast because he replaced us one day. I don't know.
Yeah, it's with Rob. I just have Rob here, just talking with Rob because
I figured it
Rob
out too.
entertains me with he goes back and forth for me with
Unfortunately, we
audio.
don't entertain our co-host.
Yeah.
But my name is LJ. I'm an FL user. To my left.
I like y'all introducing it. I feel like it took a load off of me. I feel like I don't have to lead the way. Yo, it's your boy Devvon Terrell, Pro Tools user. Yeah, man, I'm just a Pro Tools user. I really like y'all introducing it. I ain't gonna cap.
Man, you already know.
Federal.
The Feds.
the
Big Fed.
Big Fed.
Big Feds.
Go ahead.
It's the Salmon Hammond 12.
What?
Because our DAW startup screen color is salmon.
What if I'm
don't-
colorblind? I don't know that.
I am
Well,
colorblind.
he is.
I didn't know
Shout
that.
out to you, bro.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Relax.
me.
Blue green?
I'm bad with blues and blues and greens.
Oh.
And I'm really bad with orange. Orange is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I found that out when you sent me something and you said
And he called
it's
it
orange,
red?
And I'm like, hey,
Or-
no,
yeah.
this is red as hell, bro.
I said it's
Facts.
red. I said my fault.
Anytime he be talking about orange and red. But shout out to you. Also,
You had
too,
a whole stint in your
crazy.
career with reds.
Yes, reds.
Crazy.
Because I could see red. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
In
Go
my
ahead.
sessions, I color code.
Yeah.
Right? I color code my sessions. But I'll keep it 1,000 with you. If you was to ask me what colors they were,
You don't
I just know that looks different from
We
that.
found his weakness.
I'm not
From
gonna
that.
lie.
From that.
You know what you got to start doing?
What?
You got to start working. Shout out to Leslie Brathwaite. You got to start working in the and shout out to Pink. You got to start working in the negative.
Yo, that was kind of funny. I see people
So that
commenting
when
and
you
saying that.
so when you send your sessions out, it's just shades of gray.
That
Is that why you don't like FL? FL is super. It's not super color based, but the difference in color is what makes the SEP sequencer easy to.
It is the most.
And the piano roll easy to understand.
Absolutely.
It could be.
Can I say something? You have a darker
Absolutely.
doll, right? Which I don't like darkness. I like something that feels a little bit more I don't want to go to white Pro Tools, which Wavy Wayne, you need to stop. He's still on light mode on Pro Tools. He's
That's a
nuts.
crazy statement.
But I think that your doll is so dark to me that it still has this brightness to it. But other DAWs, I don't like dark things. I don't like dark studios, as you can see. I'm not a fan of the vibey studio. I hate the vibey dark room studio. I've been in those for I like a bright room that feels like a blank canvas, so my mind and my creativity
He said,
can flow.
I'm trying to look over next to me and see the person's face that I'm looking at.
That too. I just don't like to be in the booth and I can't even see the engineer and I just see a hand and a figure. I'm not inspired. That doesn't inspire me. Some people it does. It just doesn't inspire me. I like a nice, open, bright room. If I'm trying to do something moody, I'll change the lights. But I don't like those dark ass studio rooms or DAWs for the most part.
Before we get into everything, how are y'all, man? How y'all been?
I've been pretty good. What is this somber feeling you're giving?
Because I have a public service announcement to make. Man.
Oh, okay.
I got an apology to make.
Okay.
With context, we just put out the Leslie Brathwaite episode. And there's a moment in the episode where it seems like I fell off the face of Earth. To everyone saying that I was dead, I was clearly alive. To everyone saying that I was high, I don't smoke.
He does not.
He doesn't.
So the fact of the matter was, for the last 6 weeks, actually I just got home, but for the last 7 weeks maybe,
You've been going for a while.
I've been away, and I've been traveling every 2, 3, 4 days, like long distances all over the country. And I'm blessed, but this is the first time I've ever done that. It took a big toll on my body that I wasn't ready for. It caught up to me by Mixnick time, because we recorded it the weekend of Mixnick, and it whooped my behind. I thought coffee would help me. Coffee did not help me. And at one point in the episode, it looked like I kind of dozed off in a sense. I did want to address that because it seemed to distract a lot of people from the episode. I wanted to apologize because that's not something that I should have let happen. And I do want y'all to know that I was very in the moment and very blessed to be on the couch alongside my guys and the legendary Leslie Brathwaite. That was an episode that I was excited to put together. And I enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed the conversation, and I was in tune. However, that one little piece of weakness moment did catch me, and I'm sorry that it had distracted a few of y'all. I really don't want that to take away from what an episode it was, because there was so... I think in my heart, that was probably one of the best conversations we ever had. Easily the best stories we've had on the pod.
Just top 3 conversations,
and he's
bro.
top 3 human beings.
Yeah, he's
absolutely.
He's a cool guy. We bonded over Escalades and pretty plugins.
And cool plugins.
So it's like, I do want y'all to understand the value behind it. I understand how it looks, and I have to take fault in that. It won't happen again. And I just got to do better managing. But at the same time, I do want y'all to enjoy that episode. Enjoy what he was speaking about, because there was a lot of gems, a lot of gold, probably some of the most gold we've ever had in an episode. And it's long as hell. So
it is long. It's 2 hours almost.
Also, too, it is not in a sense of defense or to step on, but to more so uplift where Levens is coming from. And that's a very big thing to step up to the plate and talk about that stuff. It's a real thing. And I see it's not just, in that scenario. This happens a lot in the industry. There's a lot that y'all don't see behind the scenes that, all of us are running and gunning and trying to figure out, we're still human at the end of the day. We have lives, et cetera, et cetera. Levens literally is, one of our members. Him and Dev are the most active members of, this entire thing. So it's, just give grace kind of thing. And I do understand where y'all are coming from, but at the same time, we all work hard. So I'm thankful for you to shed light on that, and also too is just give grace for real.
Okay, no, and I'll say I appreciate you just actually
absolutely
for responsibility as far as to the community and stuff like that. I'm sure they are cool. Now, as far as everything and stuff like that, I'm just here for a good time.
I want to play a game.
You want to play a game? Okay.
I'll play a game.
Okay.
So this episode is sponsored by Baby Audio's
Baby Audio
Humanoid plugin.
It's the Humanoid plugin specifically. So thank you so much, Baby Audio, for sponsoring this episode.
For real.
And
can you talk a little bit about the plugin?
Yeah, actually. So what's funny is I'm not the biggest vocoder guy or the vocal kind of effects kind of plugins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was kind of not skeptical, but I was cool, I'll give it a shot. I've tried a bunch of them. And I'll be honest, as soon as I put it on, immediately I felt like it was a really cool, authentic sound to the Daft Punk kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Kind of those talk boxy sounds. So I think it's a really cool plugin to try out. Obviously, if it was really bad, I would have told them no. But I really did like the plugin, and I think that some people could find a use for it. Yeah. But nonetheless,
they did reach out, and we got a one gotta go around the plugin.
Right. Okay, cool.
So there are a bunch of modules in the plugin, so I guess we're going to do a one gotta go for the modules.
Okay. All right.
So we first got the filter. It obviously filters, low cut, high cut. It can widen up your vocal. We got the synthesize, which is it shapes your vocal. It can put the robot effects, the LFOs.
Right.
And basically does most of the transforming.
The part that I'm scared of.
The part
that I'm scared of.
I don't like shapes in my music, y'all.
Yo, what?
We'll get to that.
We're
going to spin the block on that.
The pitch module, which you could change the key, you could change the The notes that are actual, you can MIDI track.
Oh,
Has
wow.
a robotify function on it. Now I've tried it, by the
Quantize
way.
feels like retune.
Yeah,
as
it
far
does.
as the key goes, and
Right.
it formats your vocal. And the utility, which is the utility which can gate, it can smoothen the vocal, and it does a good job at like filling in all of the artifacts and all of the like craziness that goes on in the rest of the.
Yep, has a built-in de-esser on this one too.
Right.
Yeah,
so one
so
gotta
with that-
do.
Which kind of gotta go? So either the pitch module, the synthesize module, or the filter module.
And we was just playing with it for like a good
For sure.
40 minutes.
I've been playing it for a little while, a couple weeks.
Of course, yeah.
But obviously, you're just showing my guys. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all go because we're gonna argue. As far as this, because this is something that I feel like we can argue on a lot of plugins. Where if this is on plugins, I might be able to do without.
I'm going with the utility.
You're going with your utility, and to be clear, utility has
De-essing,
the
it has
de-esser, the
smoothing.
gating, and the smoothing, and the range on it.
What
I
is
can
the
do that everywhere else.
What are our 4 options? Utility, synthesizer, filter.
It's the pitch module,
Pitch,
the synthesize module,
synth.
or the filter module. Here.
Oh, so utility not even.
No,
so-
utility is one of those.
And you
And
put utility
utility.
in there too?
Yeah,
So-
utility got to go for me because I feel like I can do without it. I wasn't using it a lot when I was like
Playing.
actually going in and playing with it.
Okay.
And like de-essing and things like that, I feel like I can do with other plugins outside of it.
Okay.
Whereas something like the pitch, I can't really control within another plugin in that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
We have a similar mindset because I was gonna say I can go without the filter section. Let me say why. When it comes to a filter section, I say to myself, okay, all of these things in the plugin are very unique as far as the robotify, as far as like the formant control. All of those things are really unique to the plugin. When we look at a filter, I'm like, it's not saying it's just an EQ, but it's an EQ that I can put after the plugin and do some of the same things. Now, granted, is it easier to have it within a plugin? Yes, but I see that on a lot of plugins where I say if it has a filter section or like an EQ section, I could probably get around it. Is it better in the plugin? Yes, but workflow wise, because it depends on if the filter is pre or post. Because you know how it is going into it. Am I feeding the Talkbox or the Humanoid plugin like a certain way? So
Here's where
I'm
I
gonna
fight
say
you on it.
filter. What?
because that width on it, like their algorithm for it is kind of nice.
Can I say this? I saw the width, I used it, and I said, damn, okay, I can't find, like, if I lose that, I kind of can't.
Yeah, you
Recreate
can't
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna replicate it like well. So that is the one thing on the filter. I knew you was gonna. I feel like I knew you was gonna bring that up. That I would probably just have to like figure out another way. That's the reason why I couldn't. But if I had to choose any of them, it's gonna be that.
That's an effects, but I think also too I would get rid of filter.
No, that's in filter.
Oh,
as
you
well.
would get rid of
There's
filter?
a width knob and filter.
There's a width knob and filter.
Yes, it's a width knob and filter. Yeah, it's a width
Hold
knob
on,
and
let me
filter.
run
Look
that
at it
back.
again.
Hold
My
on, let
brother.
me run this back.
Yeah, it's a width knob and filter. So for me, yeah, that probably have to. I would probably. I'm still getting rid of filter.
Okay.
And that's me with most plugins.
I see. Man,
What you getting rid of?
I think I'm still getting rid of filter.
Me
though.
too. I'm still getting rid of filter because that's
Yo,
just how I
Baby
work.
Audio, get these guys out of here, man. You hear them?
I'm
Anyway,
just saying,
The
man.
filter, because I know somebody worked so hard on that width.
I know. I feel you. And we like, man, I thought we
Get
get
it
it out of
out.
here.
Shout out to you.
Funny. Speaking of that, and thank you
No,
so much.
the thing about this
to Baby
plugin I
Audio,
like-
by the way.
The thing about this plugin that I like, and we're done with that.
Yes.
This is really talking about like
Yeah.
Not even an ad.
experiences.
We're just talking. You know, we tell. You know, the way we try. We want to do it. You know, thank you for our sponsors and stuff like that. You know, put it into one. Gotta go. And obviously, a conversation is just going to spark from it. And
Yeah.
that's it. But we really appreciate our sponsors. It really means a lot, and it really does help to keep this thing going. So
And
that was it.
Baby Audio is good at what they do.
I like them
And
a
you
lot.
know what they're really good at?
What?
Making good looking plugins, because this is a sexy plugin.
Yeah, it
So-
looked really good.
Very sexy.
So I kind of wanted to talk about that because you and Leslie kind of put that in my head where I was like, yo, you know what? Like GUIs are really important. I'm gonna say this. Also, Ryan Schwab, I had a conversation with him about the GUIs and how he was putting me on to like, yo, bro, we tried different versions of it and literally just changing like that to this, like on the GUI makes a huge difference in the workflow and how people used it. And it made me realize like, yo, there's so many plugins that I've used that have made me go, I don't like it. Granted, it probably sounds great, but it's
Sounds
just
great.
the way, like the workflow of the plugin was just
Yeah.
completely dismantled. Like, what plugins for y'all GUI wise do you feel like hindered the plugin?
Ugliest plugins list, Olympics.
Ugly plugins. Okay.
Silent One. Y'all remember Silent
I
One?
vaguely it's a FL Studio plugin, right?
No, it was an instrument plugin for everything.
Okay,
It was
gotcha.
Oh my
ugly.
gosh, I got
Silent
you right
was
now.
Disgusting.
And
Silent?
since we're on the FL,
me look.
and this wasn't even my top one, but since you mentioned FL, love it, love the sounds that come out of it. I would still use it for sure.
Uh-huh.
But one of my top 5 ugliest plugins, you know where I'm going for?
What?
It's Purity.
What's
It's
that?
Purity's
Purity.
not an FL plugin.
It's not an it's not an FL plugin. Yes,
It's just
you're right.
old.
Oh
It's
my,
just what it is.
old.
Silent is makes my head hurt.
Let me see.
Bro,
Yo,
Makes
what
my
the
head hurt.
Silence
It's
one
crazy.
is an ugly.
That makes my head hurt.
Yeah, it's a true old synth.
It's
a
like
real
a true,
synth.
my head, as soon as I'm looking at my
They literally took the joint.
Yeah, let me say this. You know when I know I'm closing that plugin? When I open it and I cannot find the preset window, I close.
That's
Game.
fact. Because you ever had to have, you know what that happened to me on?
What?
And it's not an ugly plugin, but it happened to me and I was like, where the hell is this shit? I think it was Mini Monster.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like,
shout out Camper.
where
Is the preset, can I roll
That's
through?
all I need.
Right.
I'm not going to touch none of these knobs.
I just want to roll through the presets.
You know what FL plugins look ugly to me?
What?
Harmless and Harmer. I'm just going to show
Harmless
you.
and Harmer? Let me see it.
Harmer, I'm going to show you what Harmer looks like. Harmer just, it's overwhelmingly, it's not ugly, it's just overwhelming.
As he's pulling that up,
Instrument plugin.
Oh, yo, that's over. I don't like that.
that looked like the what was the joint I had? It
Citrus?
was another synth.
Citrus?
Not Citrus. On that same, what was it? The Sakura joint.
I hate that plugin.
You hated that
Oh
plugin?
my gosh. Let me say this about a plugin that stepped up their game. Auto-Tunes, GUIs used to be like,
I'm not going to let you shit on them.
I'm not
about to
pooping
say,
on them.
Auto-Tune's always been sexy.
No, not
not
the
gonna lie to
auto-tune.
you.
You know, because this is perfect. Because you're not thinking about the old plugins.
You talking about like classic ones?
Some of their plugins from
I'm
back
not
in the
gonna
day
lie.
were like confusing.
I'm not talking about
the EFX when you first started doing HMD, and it
Yeah.
was still white with the actual
Nah, that
buttons for the
bust.
keys of the button bottom.
Auto-Tune
That
Pros
was fire.
have
That was
always
fire.
Fire.
Auto-Tune Pros have always been sexy.
Yeah,
Let's get
yeah.
that.
For sure.
You know
I'm
who
talking
had
about like the
amazing-
Aspire,
who
all the
touched
other
that?
ones, the
That's the Escalade
articulator,
line.
like the GUIs are little, like
Yeah.
whoa, like
You
what
know
the
who
heck?
sexified their plugins?
Who?
Like really took the clothes off their plugins. Waves. Remember the jump from Waves
Took the
11?
clothes off their
Oh
plugins?
my gosh.
Remember the jump from Waves 11
The
to
Renaissance,
12?
the Renaissance
Where I-
redesign.
Yo,
the
Waves,
Renaissance
put-
remix.
Waves. Let me tell you something. Waves for going from like version like
It was
11
11 to 12, yeah.
11 to like 14. Let me tell you what Waves did. Waves was the kid in high school that did not get fly. Like just could not get fly for life.
But that
Then they
one
got a
summer,
job.
yeah.
They got a job that summer. And bro, the Renaissance became the most beautiful.
They
like,
hit us with the
Clarity is
Renaissance
sexy.
remaster.
clarity, sex. Like they GUIs.
Smack Attack.
Silk Vocal is a dope looking plugin. I've never used it, but
Silk Vocal
looks dope.
really
All of
good.
those channel strips, like and everybody gets mad that we don't talk about it.
What?
The Xbox from Neuro Audio.
I see the commercial. I've never
I see
used
the
it.
commercial. Everyone said in person, they were like, "Bro, you gotta try Xbox."
The Neuro?
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna really put this on wax.
What?
I'm not in the mood to add more plugins to
Me
my
too, bro.
especially
Yeah,
in channel strip
yeah.
plugins, because none have taken over my chain.
Yeah.
My chain.
I started to try to get into the channel
all-in-one?
strip, work
Yeah.
all in one, just one channel strip, and then I, not quickly jump back, but I was like,
I started
like,
deleting their
what you call it?
de-esser for RD-esser. Then I was like, I like my EQ better. And then it's like, all right, I'm back to normal.
I'm back to
I got you.
literally over time I was like, I'm back
I got
to
you upset.
kind of using my stuff.
I
I
got you
tried it. SSL's Oxford plugins are beautiful.
I got you upset with the
What?
with my usage of channel strip plugins now.
Yo,
Shout out.
wanna-
I'll tap in real quick.
I'm interested
real quick.
if you're right or wrong, if this is really what's happening. Please explain this to
Shout out Ulysses. I was just breaking down, and please go check out his page and look at the clips that he's doing. He's not only doing live streams on these mixes, he's we're making clips out of them. But I will say shout out to Ulysses. I seen him mixing Todd Cameron, I believe his name
He's
is.
mixing somebody record.
He was mixing a country artist record, and I saw him take the SSL EV2. This is the only Waves plugin that has this functionality,
Mm-hmm.
and he had cranked the mic line. What's it called? The wheel, and obviously clipping. Digital clipping, digital distortion, and even me on the back end editing. I'm like, ugh. And then I saw him press one button. He didn't move the knob. He pressed the minus 20 dB pad button. And I was like, I thought about it. Volume was as if it was Unity.
Right.
And he's cranking the knob even more. And I'm like, all I'm hearing is like kind of fake saturation being added. So then it clicked to me in my head and I hit him. And I was like, did he just clip the board
Bro.
digitally?
Bro, I don't know. to be honest with you, I have to look into what you're talking about with the EV2
I
channel.
believe he
but
clipped the board.
That's kind of wild.
That's kind of fire.
I gotta look into. Because I don't know. Is that pad coming pre?
It's coming. I
Post.
believe it's coming post.
It needs to come post
because
if you're gonna do
it affected affected it on the output.
on the output. So the pad affected the output. So you're clipping the board on the input, which is the
But
style.
then either way, it could be either way. I think it's just clipping wherever it's clipping it. It's clipping it at some point. It's clipping it down at some point.
Can I say this?
Before it gets
remember
out.
when we was at Mixnick, we was talking to. I believe he was Ludacris's engineer.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I remember his
Yes.
name. Which I would love to have him on the pod if he's watching. You know, he said he was a fan of he watches the pod and stuff like that. Would love to have him on. He was talking about the difference between DJ Quick and the difference between Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And he was saying
Yes.
how I believe Dr. Dre's was the J, the 9000J,
Yes.
was his main. Please, if
Yes.
I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Was the J, and
then
then
his was
Quick was it the K? Or my brain is
The
just
G,
jumping to
I
K.
believe it was the
Is
G.
G?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Quick and Dre, two different boards. And he said that Quick would clip, and I could be so wrong, and I could be misquoting him, but he said that he was telling Dre, you got to know how to drive this board.
The
He
G.
was like, you know how to drive that
You know how
console.
he said you know
But
how to. What was the one that he used?
I think it's a J. I believe Dre's is the classic J. If I'm not mistaken, I'm so sorry if I'm wrong.
he said you know how to drive the J. You don't know how to drive the G.
The G, or not saying you don't know how to do it, but he was like, yo, you just drive this one different from that one. And he was saying that
that's
Dre-
what he meant. Yeah.
Dre would clip the input of the board, and Quick would clip the output of his console. But they were two different consoles. And I
Porsche-
thought that was so interesting to me.
The Porsche don't drive like the Tesla do. Just think about it. The Porsche don't drive like the.
I see all I'm watching is Charlie Clip saying, now this reach right here was
This
one of
reach
the
right
largest
here.
reaches in
not
audio
true?
history.
Nah,
Every
but
time
I
somebody
heard-
get
I
behind a
preed it.
Tesla, they be like, "This is different," because it don't drive like the gas-powered cars do.
I slightly see what you're saying.
That's what it is,
Slightly. You
man.
make a kill for that. I love
That's
that.
what it is. That's cool. So I went on my phone for a bit because I just typed in ugliest plugins VSTs.
Yo, I was
ever.
trying to type that in too.
So KVR Audio, which I think their forum might battle Gearspace.
Gearspace.
Like they have an amazing forum. So
What
shout out
plugin?
everybody on KVR. There's a plugin called, and I had this plugin. I
What's it
never knew
called?
they updated it. It's called Triple Cheese by Yuhi. This is the one that was from 2006 to
that,
like
yep.
2017. Look at
Is that a
this.
synth?
Triple cheese. Hold on. I want to see it on my phone.
Is it a synth?
This is the old version.
Oh my god.
And now here's the new version.
Oh, it got more difficult.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
about to
took
say.
the colors down. It hurts my eyes. Wow.
You know,
Oh,
so-
I've seen Yuhi before.
I love
Yeah.
Yuhi. I have their Diva plugin. It's a great like.
Diva's so
I think it's
dope.
a Moog emulator. It's amazing.
You know who dropped the ball to me, GUI wise and just plugin wise in general, but the GUI mainly because it confused me. I brought it up before. Crafter, Sound Theory's Crafter.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Okay, so Sound Theory's Crafter, it's supposed to be like a multi-band distortion plugin, which is a very aggressive thing to undertaking, I feel like, when you do a multi-band distortion. To be honest with you, bro, cracked it open, started playing with it, and I was like, I just couldn't get into it. And I know that the GUI was holding me back to really tapping into what it really sounds like. I just didn't like the GUI. I feel like that GUI just
Piggyback.
lost me. What?
Piggyback. FL did that as well.
What they
I
did?
hate to say it.
A multi-band distortion.
Multi-band delay plugin is such a headache to figure out.
Yeah?
that I just go through the presets.
Oh,
Like I don't even want to learn it.
You don't even
anymore. And
bother.
that's my rule. If I can't learn your plugin within 10 seconds of using it, at least know what it is.
Right.
Like I don't need to know how to make it sound like this or whatever. But if I could understand, like Soothe. Yes,
Soothe is-
even though it takes a bit of understanding.
Right.
It's easy to know. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna move this. We can shape it like
Soothe is
this.
amazing.
Bro, that multi-band delay plugin is such a headache.
Yeah.
It hurt. Like I didn't even want to learn it anymore. And
I
I
get it.
love the plugin because I like some of the presets, but it's you know what I mean?
Who do you think makes the best GUIs?
Ooh, HMD Rosetta series.
Yo, come on.
Ooh. Have you seen those plugins?
Yeah, facts. Absolutely. HMD
Have
Rosetta
you
series.
ever
Come on,
seen those
brother.
like the compressor,
brother.
like the big wave in the compressor. The one
OD.
thing I wish that wave would change, but you know V2 on the way.
Yeah, at some point. But nah, I
Come on.
definitely think.
And the Rosetta EQ is so easy.
Yeah.
Yo, if y'all don't stop, I had to walk away for a second just in case somebody's like, yo, why Dev got my crack? I had to walk away and check something right quick.
And I'm not gonna lie, like
I appreciate the gesture.
no,
But we not going to do that.
But I like
'cause-
those easy knob like
Yeah.
plug like hey, one knob series amazing.
The one knob series do
decap,
look good for all intents and purposes.
drums that knock.
Drums
the
that knock. Oh.
The knock plugin is amazing.
Amazing GUI. I will say this about the HMD Rosetta. I'm planning to go back to the compressor and add a few things, not button-wise, but just GUI-wise to the thing. So I'm planning to put a more visual representation of the gain reduction because my brain started to do it. And shout out Ryan Schwab. I love Ryan.
Yeah.
He was kind of helping me to understand something where I was like, oh, wow, when I use RComp or most compressors, there is something enjoyable about seeing something
moving.
Like, yes, feeling the kick hit and seeing it as opposed to me just having that little number. And I was like, bro, this, because I'm be honest, shout out Busy Work Beats also, because I don't know if you've seen, he did like a drum bus technique with the Rosetta. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, he's mad right. Because the way I have that compressor and that EQ setup, I love it for drums. Freaking, I'm starting to realize that the Rosetta compressor is probably my favorite compressor right now for drums because the way it attacks and like opens, I hate caping for unplugging, but nonetheless, I just wanted to throw it out there that I am going to update the GUI for the compressor a little bit because I really feel like people just not understanding the potential of like what it can really sound like for drums and other things.
You gonna add a new
No
colorway?
idea who made that plugin. I don't even know what the name of the company is, but
Who?
top 3 plugin for sure. HMD Rosetta EQ.
I appreciate it.
But moving forward, why are you appreciating it? Are you getting paid off of this? This is sponsored by Baby Audio, not HMD.
Very true.
Good point. That was really good. I appreciated that.
But you know what else makes very set? Honestly, exactly what you explained, how you like feeling and seeing the effect of the plugin on some type of real-time analyzer.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna hate me.
What? You gonna bring up
The
this damn
best
F6?
plugin. No, absolutely not.
What?
The best plugin to do that, kill me if you want, Nani.
Yo, cut it.
Nani did the best
Cut
job
it
at showing what
out.
your distortion
We're
is
not
doing.
doing a Nani. First of all, I'm gonna make sure y'all see what Cleavage just did. Yo, honestly though, bro, that Nani plugin. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Can I say
It's
something? Can I say something about them? I feel like they just like we had that moment, and then they just tossed us to the side. I thought we was gonna be friends after that.
No, that's
I'm not gonna lie.
Because you was shitting on them,
Now
bro.
that
No, I
think about
wasn't.
it- Now that I think about
I
it,
wasn't. Remember they dropped that trailer
The ad, and
and
it
we was
looked
in
like
it.
we was shitting
It looked like we was shitting on. I was like, we wasn't
now
shitting.
that I'm thinking about it, and again, kudos to LJ for actually bringing this up in previous episodes.
What?
It actually might be one of the dopest GUI designing developers.
Oh my gosh.
Think about it.
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie, bro. Like
I'm not doing that.
for think about it, right?
You mad because you ain't thought of it.
As
No.
as we always argue, it's a lot of men in the space. So of course the
All right, I'm not doing all
the
that.
bass. I'm not relax. Y'all think I'm about to take it to freaking Nuketown? I'm not.
Nuketown is
Whatchamacallit. There's a lot of men in the space, so you got the bass format of the plugin that's, a woman. And I'm not gonna lie, LJ blew my mind when he said, yeah, they also got a guy variant too, I guess if you're...
I didn't say that.
I thought you did.
Yo, this say LJ blew my mind when he showed me they got the guy one.
And I was like, the first thought I thought about, I was like,
brother,
wow,
yo,
look at the inclusive.
Let's get out of here.
Inclusivity.
Stop.
Let's get in the car. Let's get out of this.
I'm in the car.
Can I make something
I'm
clear?
on the bridge. Y'all are not.
Hey,
Y'all
you
are
can
still on the
jump
freeway.
off that bridge for all I
Y'all
care.
still on the freeway.
I want to make something clear. I wasn't aware about a man variant.
I saw it. It's not.
I'm about to say.
It's not as provocative, probably as the
Yeah.
the naked
hope
girl one.
not.
It's like a guy
I would
ripping.
hope not.
It's like he just buff. He gets buff.
I just said they should have different variants.
Yeah, it's like he gets buffer, like kind of thing.
I just
It's
thought
cool
they
to
should
me.
have different variants of different women if they're gonna have.
They did
women.
though.
I didn't know that. I only got the demo. I ain't paid for it.
Oh, you downloaded it?
I only had the demo on my old computer.
You really had it?
Not on my computer.
Wow,
right now.
he had the Nani plugin.
Because I wanted to see what it sounded like, bro.
what kind of-
Cam, real talk. Cam used it on the 808.
God.
And
It
I was
was
like,
fire?
that sounds
Cam
fire.
had it?
Yeah.
Of course Cam had
had
it.
it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start searching people's computers for the Nani plugin. I ain't gonna
Hey.
cap. Well, you had a plugin called Sausage Fattener.
Yo,
Shout
that was
out
fire.
Dada Life.
That was
More
fire.
about that.
That was a amazing
Dada-
plugin.
Dada Life?
Shout out Dada Life.
Yo,
What?
what
They had
happened?
another plugin.
Yes. Yeah.
What's it called?
Let's look it
Dada
up.
Life had another joint.
What?
Mm-hmm. They have another joint.
And they had these
I got you right now,
one-off
but go
plugins.
ahead.
They're great,
I got you. I'll find
Okay.
it.
You know who also has really good GUIs?
Who?
That I still haven't got their plugins though yet,
Really?
but I've just heard them. I've tried them at studios. Safari pedals.
bro. Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
You haven't tried Safari yet?
Haven't
Shout out
tried it.
Safari.
Oh, well, excuse me, I have tried it. I just don't have them myself in my workflow.
tell y'all
Leslie
something.
has been doing a lot of stuff with them.
Of course.
Recently.
Can I tell you what I was so happy to do?
What?
So my Safari pedal story. We at NAM. I get off stage, meet the team. They're like, yo, slide to our booth. I slide to the booth.
FL?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Safari. Oh, okay.
We not talking about the FL booth. Shout out Larry O. He
Fact.
held it
Shouts
down.
out Larry O.
Big
shout out Larry. Big Larry. OG.
Everything they do. Larry, the reason I love the MT48 so much.
That's a
Another
fact.
Story.
They sent it to him.
I get to Safari Pedals. They roll out the red carpet for your boy. You know how NAMM is crammed.
Yeah.
I sit down, they throw the headphones on me. They like, yo, here's some champagne. Here's a
they were
red
nice.
velvet. Here's his Rolex just to wear while you.
That's crazy.
Cool, right?
That is not what happened, but
So
cool.
I'm there. I'm working the plugins, and they're amazing plugins. Then I'm running back upstairs. I'm like, yo, I'll be back. Trust me, I'm not leaving y'all. And I'll run with y'all too. Whole time I'm supposed to be on stage with Wavy Wayne and Larry O.
Oh, that's right.
But I bring y'all there. Make sure y'all start talking, because if y'all know Devvon, he will get into he's quick to get into another conversation on the way. Make sure they start talking. Then I ran back to the other room to go do my panel. Shout out Smino.
Yeah.
I keep that there.
I
Shout out to Spark
See, that
Battles.
Illuminati thing is just.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, I'm
keep
not
going.
gonna lie. I'm so glad he
going.
he brought this joint up. But go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. You was talking to
That was
Smino,
the
you said?
story. Nah,
He said you can leave it there.
Nah, what you was doing?
I know you're not talking Mr. Pepsi, Grammy, DiGiorno pizza.
My stuff is real low.
Didn't you
Oh,
do
they
a DiGiorno ad with LMFAO?
That's pretty Illuminati. I ain't
It's
gonna lie.
pretty
That's pretty
Illuminati.
Illuminati to me. Illuminati confirmed. One
Come on,
LJ, one
hey,
Devvon.
you had the first verse too. You was
Facts.
really the star.
Whoa.
right, let's
Hey, y'all
take-
had
hold
Jalen Hurts.
What happened here, bro?
Who
No,
y'all
that
had?
was
Wait, what?
No, it was
Odell
Jalen Hurts.
Beckham?
It was
I'm just throwing back.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame football person. He was on the Broncos.
Scotty
Von Miller.
Oh.
Von Miller.
Oh,
Listen, I'm just
Super-
saying.
And
I'm
it
about
was
to
on
say,
Super Bowl, huh?
It was around then. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Can I tell you?
Yeah, he
that was one of the first times my dad actually like called me. Dark.
And this has been
All right, anyways,
my
so-
Audio Nerds podcast.
My pop
Ironically-
said,
And remember,
when Pops called me, I said, Dad.
And remember,
I said,
if
hey,
you-
Dad. Oh my
Wait.
God. He said, you met Von Miller?
hey, and this has been a My Audio Nerds podcast. And remember, if your father calls you, you're probably doing a good job.
I'm broken.
Yo, and real quick before we dip out, I'm not gonna lie.
No, we
Shout
gotta
out.
end on that, bro. That was an amazing ending, bro.
All right, fine, that's fine.
Nah,
We'll
let
talk
me
about
talk.
that
Nah,
next
go
time.
ahead. All right,
We'll
go
talk-
ahead, go
we'll
ahead.
talk about it next time.
No.
You
Go ahead. What
I'm about to
happened?
say, yo, I'm not gonna lie. LJ might have just re-inspired some joint unknowingly. They got a whole new set.
That's Nani?
Nah, this is Dada Life. They got 3 new plugins.
Oh, wow.
Endless Smile.
That was the one,
Smile.
Endless Smile. Yeah.
Eternal Return. Ooh, that's like a delay.
Eternal Return.
That's
like,
hard. Space in your face.
I had a crazy joke.
What you about to say? Say
This
it.
is dope.
Say it. Eternal Return.
Fuck.
No,
I can't
remember
say
it.
Eternal Return, like Pops when he saw Von Miller. Hi,
right, I'm
this
out.
has been the
All right,
My
I'm
Audio
out.
Nerds podcast.
Please comment, like, and subscribe.
Enjoy our membership.
Become a member and all that other good stuff. Yeah, I'm just done. I'm
And
done.
remember, if you're sad, just you know what I mean?